Good morning to all of you. Today we are going to study about a new method, but a very small class on a new method which is called as VAS, that is Visual Analog Scale. My topic was basically related to data collection, and we have been studying various methods. So, this is another method of doing data collection. And if you see this diagram, I think now you understand what is visual analog scale. So, this is an example of visual analog scale. Okay, you have some numbers here, then you have no pain, worst pain and moderate pain in between, and you have some faces. Okay, so these are we have different types of visual analog scale. Now, visual analog scale or VAS was first described in 1921 and was referred to at times as graphic rating method. So, when it was evolved in 1921, so I couldn't find the name of the person who made this visual analog scale. I got only this information that this was invented way back in 1921, and in those days it was referred as graphic rating scale. Okay. The word visual in the term visual analog scale emphasizing the concrete nature of this type of scale, that is a straight line, in contrast to abstract non-representable evaluation scale. Example, I don't feel well. Okay, क्या मतलब है sentence का? The word visual in the term visual analog scale. Visual मतलब कोई चीज़ हम देख सकते हैं, we can see something, and what you see is a straight line. Okay, and what you see is a straight line. And now this straight line will help in assessment of various things in contrast to abstract non-representable evaluation scale, which says, this is an example, I don't feel well. Okay. So, somebody is telling I don't feel well. Now, this is a vague sentence, and to what extent you don't feel well, for that we have a visual analog scale. बात समझ में आ गया? अगर मैं कहती हूँ कि आई डोंट फील वेल, नाउ आई डोंट फील वेल, आई मे नॉट बी फीलिंग वेल एट ऑल, और थोड़ा कुछ ठीक है या फिर जस्ट माइल्ड सिम्टम्स है. सो आई डोंट फील वेल कैन डिनोट मे बी माइल्ड सिम्टम्स, can denote maybe moderate symptoms, and may denote even severe symptoms. Okay, and the statement is I don't feel well. But if you have a visual straight line, okay, you have a type of scale which is in a straight line, and this straight line can be vertical or it can be horizontal. Usually it is horizontal. Okay, so it is a straight line, and this straight line will help the person to point out to what degree he doesn't feel well. Is it no symptom at all, or is it mild, is it moderate, or is it severe? Okay, बात आपको समझ में आ गया? I don't feel well is a vague sentence. इससे हमको किसी का कितना हद तक तबीयत खराब है इससे पता नहीं चल पा रहा है. So what you do is you have a scale जिसके मदद से we can find out to what extent that person is not feeling well. Okay. Now, VAS or visual analog scale, they are therefore effectively classless, means we don't have a particular class for it, meaning that theoretically they permit an infinite number of gradations between the endpoints, and the variable is a related continuum. Okay. दो point हमारे पास है and you have innumerable variations. ठीक है, एक 0 का point है और मे बी 100 का point है or maybe 0 or 10. So, this will depend on what you want to do it. So, इसके बीच के सारे numbers are all different points where a person can point out. Okay. We will study the remaining slides. I think you will be able to understand. Now, a visual analog scale is a psychometric response scale. Okay. Psychometric मतलब हमारा attitude psychological studies के लिए एटीट्यूड पता करने के लिए ये सब हम यूज़ कर सकते हैं. ओके, सो इट इज़ अ मेजरमेंट इंस्ट्रूमेंट फॉर सब्जेक्टिव कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स और एटीट्यूड दैट कैन नॉट बी डायरेक्टली मेजर्ड. ओके, मैं डायरेक्ट मेजर नहीं कर सकती. इन दोज कंडीशंस व्हाट आई यूज अ विजुअल एनालॉग स्केल. सो व्हेन रिस्पॉन्डिंग टू अ विजुअल एनालॉग स्केल, the respondent specified their level of agreement to a statement by indicating a position along a continuous line between two endpoints. Okay. Now, when somebody is responding, या किसी को मैं बोलूँगी भाई आपको पेन कितना है, तो दे हैव अ स्ट्रेट लाइन इन फ्रंट ऑफ दिस, तो उसके हिसाब से पेशेंट को जितना पेन फील हो रहा है सो ही विल पॉइंट आउट, ठीक है। पेन आई डोंट हैव अ इंस्ट्रूमेंट टू मेजर पेन, मैं उनका फेशियल एक्सप्रेशन से सब पता कर सकती हूँ, बट पेन टॉलरेंस इज डिफरेंट, बट द इशू इज पेन टॉलरेंस इज डिफरेंट। आई मे बी टॉलरेटिंग पेन वेल, मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा दर्द होगा तभी फेस में चेंजेस आएगा। कुछ लोग का दर्द जस्ट स्टार्ट हुआ तो भी दे बिकम वेरी रेस्टलेस, वाई? बिकॉज देयर पेन थ्रेशोल्ड इज वेरी लो। somebody whose pain threshold is very high, so they will tolerate pain to a great extent, okay. So to that extent I cannot totally depend on the facial expressions, okay, or the non-verbal communication which accompanies pain. But if I have a visual analog scale, that person, even though he may or may not be depicting the signs and symptoms of pain, but he will be able to rate his pain, because the pain is what he is feeling. He is experiencing the pain, and that person, when responding to a VAS item, the respondent specify the level of agreement to a statement by indicating a position along a continuous line between two endpoints. मेरे फर्स्ट स्लाइड में आपने देखा you have two endpoints and you have a continuous line between those two points, और उसमें जहाँ भी पर्सन को सब्जेक्टिव फीलिंग हो रहा है the person will point out, and this pointing out is done by using a cross mark, okay. Now, it is often used in epidemiological or clinical research methods to measure the intensity or frequency of various symptoms, okay. Now, what is the definition? A visual analog scale or VAS is a measurement instrument that tries to measure a characteristic or attitude that is believed to range across a continuing values and cannot be directly measured, ठीक है। क्या क्या हमने पढ़ा? This is a measurement instrument, कोई चीज़ नाप रहे हैं, ठीक है। Now, what are we trying to measure? We are trying to measure a characteristic or an attitude, okay. So that is believed to range across a continuum of values. Now ये जो characteristic of attitude है, it has various ranges. So what we do is we have the minimum point or minimum or may not be not experiencing that. For example, related to pain, it may be no pain. Suppose if it is related to anorexia, then no anorexia, okay, that is the minimum level, and maximum anorexia is the maximum level, okay. So that is believed to range across a continuum. तो ये values को हम क्या कहते हैं? Continuous value between these 2 points, and these characteristics or attitude cannot be directly measured. So we use a visual analog scale, and by using this we can identify which type of pain, which type of anxiety, what type of drugs efficacy is there or not, all these things. There are many things which we can use this visual analog scale, and these measures those characteristics of attitude which are usually not possible to be measured by other things. तो आपको समझ में आ रहा क्या क्या है? First is it is a measurement instrument scale. So what does it measure? It measures a characteristic, or it may be attitude, and that characteristics or attitude is something which usually cannot be directly measured. And how do we measure it? We have a range across a continuum of values, and these continuum of values will range from minimum to maximum, ठीक है। So that is visual analog scale. It is a measurement instrument that tries to measure a characteristic or attitude that is believed to range across a continuum of values and cannot be directly measured. Now, how to make it? It is usually 100 millimeter. 100 millimeter मतलब 10 centimeter. Okay, 100 millimeter मतलब 10 centimeter. Why? Because 1 centimeter is 10 millimeter. So if it is 100 millimeter divided by 10 will be 10 centimeter. Okay, so this is usually 100 millimeter long horizontal line. Horizontal can be vertical, but usually it is a horizontal line. Okay, horizontal मतलब straight. हॉरिजॉन्टल समझते हैं, मैं उम्मीद कर रही। वर्टिकल मतलब जैसे पोल्स रहता है ऊपर से नीचे, दैट इज़ वर्टिकल। स्ट्रेट लाइन नीचे जो हम करते हैं, सो दैट इज़ हॉरिजॉन्टल, ओके। सो इट इज़ 100 millimeter लॉन्ग हॉरिजॉन्टल लाइन विथ वर्बल डिस्क्रिप्टर्स, वर्ड एंकर्स एट द एंड टू एक्सप्रेस द एक्सट्रीम्स ऑफ द फीलिंग, ठीक है। तो कितना लंबा है? इट इज़ 10 सेंटीमीटर और 100 millimeter, एंड इसके आइदर एंड में, है ना, दोनों एंड में क्या रहेगा, वर्बल डिस्क्रिप्टर्स, जिसको हम क्या कहते हैं, वर्ड एंकर्स. सो दे आर प्रेजेंट. अगर सिर्फ मैं 2 पॉइंट बना के छोड़ दूंगी तो किस चीज़ का है किसी को समझ में नहीं आएगा. टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हाट आर वी एक्सपेक्टिंग द पर्सन टू रेट, वी हैव टू राइट ऑन द आइदर एंड्स. ओके, तो लंबाई पता चल गया, इट इज़ 100 millimeter. Second is you have some word anchors which are verbal descriptors at each end. Both ends will have that to express the extremes of the feeling. The patients mark the point on the line that best corresponds to the symptom severity or control status. Okay, so you have 2 points and the symptom with which the patient is experiencing, that person will mark that line. So this helps to assess the severity. ठीक है, पेन का severity score. Suppose if the patient comes with a history of appendicitis, you give a visual analog scale, and then the patient, as soon as, suppose you imagine that the patient is brought to a casualty with a case of appendicitis. If you give a visual analog scale from 0 to 10, so the patient may be putting a cross mark maybe on 9 or 8 or something. Okay. Now, what is control status? Then the patient is shifted to a surgical ward. He is given some pain medication, and after 3-4 hours you again administer a visual analog scale. If the pain has reduced, so this same visual analog scale will help us to find whether pain control status is there, whether pain has been controlled or not. ठीक है, आपको समझ में आ गया मैं उम्मीद कर रही. So visual analog scale से 2 चीज़ पता चलता है. One is we find out the severity of the symptoms, and second we also find out whether their symptoms have been controlled or not. We also find out whether those symptoms are controlled or not. I will give you another example. Somebody maybe with COPD, ठीक है, comes to the chest OPD with severe respiratory distress. Okay, and we give a visual analog scale to find out. Okay, so then the patient may rate his breathing to extreme breathlessness. Okay, but after few hours, maybe the second day, after the patient is given bronchodilators and other treatment, and then you again take a visual analog scale, you may find that the breathlessness is controlled. Okay, so the same visual analog scale helps to find out the severity of the symptoms, and also it helps us to find out whether those symptoms have been controlled or not. Okay, what are they instructed? They are instructed to put a cross on the straight line. Okay, cross mark लगाना, ठीक है, at the point that most accurately expresses that degree of agreement between the two extremes. Patient को जो feel हो रहा है, that patient pulls a cross mark. तो एक लाइन में कितना मार्क रहेगा? There will be only 1, not 2 marks. सिर्फ एक पॉइंट रहेगा which corresponds, जो पेशेंट को सबसे सही लग रहा है उसके हिसाब से the patient will do. Okay, was usually does not have any markings. बीच में usually markings रहता नहीं है, but visual analog scale way back it was invented in 1921, but things have changed radically. Okay, I will be showing you what are the different examples of visual analog scale. So usually they do not have marking. For example, identifying the middle or dividing the line to equal size fragments is usually not done, but nowadays it is done, since the sensitivity of the VOS without markings is higher than it is with markings. Okay, marking रहेगा तो patient को लगेगा अरे severe में कैसे करें, कम करें. So this may influence, seeing the numbers, the patient may be influenced to mark as, suppose the patient may be having moderate symptoms, the patient will mark as at mild symptoms. There are chances if those things are mentioned. Okay, so studies have found that a VOS without marking is higher than it is with markings. The sensitivity of VOS without marking is higher than it is with markings. The most important aspect of any visual analog scale, however, is the question that is combined to it and not the line. So we are here not concerned with basically line, but we are concerned with what are we going to assess. Okay, the line remains the same, but the questions may change. So that 100 millimeter line remains the same, but what you want to assess keeps on changing. Okay, now this is an example. Acute rhinitis symptoms as a whole, as well as each symptom individually. For example, nasal obstruction, rhinorrhea, itch, sneezing can be evaluated on a separate visual analog scale, as well as the impact of this acute rhinitis on asthma for comorbid patients. ठीक है, तो इसमें हम क्या कर सकते हैं? सपोज इफ़ यू हैव अ पेशेंट विथ एक्यूट राइनाइटिस, वी कैन हैव अ विजुअल एनालॉग स्केल, और वो बताएगा भाई वो अभी ठीक फील कर रहा है, सीवियर है, ऑल दिस थिंग्स पर्सन विल टेल. कैन हैव अ एक्यूट राइनाइटिस ऑन अ होल. एक अभी आपको कैसे फील हो रहा है, the patient will be able to do it. But we can also find out symptom wise. For example, you can have a visual analog scale for nasal obstruction. देखो अभी आप क्या assess कर रहे हैं, we are assessing acute rhinitis. We can assess acute rhinitis as a whole, and at the same time you can have acute rhinitis symptom wise. For example, a separate visual analog scale for nasal obstruction, a separate for rhinorrhea, separate for itch, that is itching, and separate for sneezing. So you will, if you have such a visual analog scale, then you will be able to find out, seeing that symptoms, the patient, you will be able to evaluate that the patient has nasal obstruction, but nasal obstruction is to a severe degree, but rhinorrhea is to a moderate degree, itching may not be present, and sneezing is also severe. So if you have separate visual analog scale for different symptoms, then the assessment of a patient with acute rhinitis is much better, rather than having a visual analog scale, one scale where he will rate his symptoms in totality. तो उसमें उसको अलग अलग नहीं डिफ्रेंशिएट कर पाएगा. द पेशेंट विल बी टेलिंग. ओके, तो अभी आपको क्या समझ में आ रहा है? इफ़ यू हैव वन डिजीज़, वी कैन हैव वन विजुअल एनालॉग स्केल फॉर दैट पर्टिकुलर डिजीज़, पर हम डिफरेंट विजुअल एनालॉग स्केल सिम्टम वाइज कर सकते हैं फॉर टू असेस दी सीवियरिटी ऑफ वन डिजीज़. तो इससे हमको क्या पता चलेगा कौन से सिम्टम्स ज़्यादा है, कौन से सिम्टम्स कम है, बिकॉज मोस्ट ऑफ द डिजीज़ हैव मल्टीपल सिम्टम्स. सम ऑफ द सिम्टम्स may be severe, some of the symptoms may not be there, some of the symptoms may be to a mild degree, all symptoms may not be severe. So visual analog scale, if you use visual analog scale for different symptoms, then naturally the information what you get from the patient is much more precise, है ना, और अच्छे से पता चल जाएगा. Okay. Then is non-verbal category labels using visual analog scales have been increasingly used recently. For example, rating scales that use smileys as symbolic markings. ठीक है, तो इसमें words वहाँ लिखा नहीं रहेगा, but you may have smiley, smiling face, उसी से आपको अंदाज लगा सकते हैं. Okay, I will show you some example. See, this is a most commonly used Wong-Baker faces pain rating scale. ठीक है, so this is usually used for children where they cannot assess this. So what you do is we use this face scale. Face देखते हुए we assess to what extent the patient is having pain. So this is no hurt, then hurts a little bit, from 1 to 3 hurts a little bit, so that is mild pain. 4 to 6 is hurts little more, hurts even more, so these are from 4 to 6, that is moderate pain. Severe pain is 7, 8, and 9 is worst. Okay, so here the child also will be shedding tears. Okay, so this is a Wong-Baker's faces pain rating scale. Okay, which has a faces, which has numbers, and which also helps us to identify which type of pain it is. Okay, because depending on the pain we have a step ladder approach to manage pain. So for that we need to have a assessment which type of the patient the pain is which type of pain the patient is having. Depending on that you decide what medicines are you going to relieve pain, or analgesics, what analgesics are you planning to have. So this is Wong-Baker faces pain rating scale, which is used for children. So this is another visual analog scale. So here you have only two things. One is no pain, 0, and 100. I have already told you that it is a 100 millimeter scale. So this is 100, and this has severe intolerable pain, and the patient can rate whichever it is. So the patient can put a cross mark. Next is 0 to 10 was numeric pain distress scale. Okay, here instead of 0 to 100 we have 0 to 10, and here only 3 things are there: no pain, moderate pain, and unbearable. No faces, nothing. Okay, but you have some numbers, so depending on that you put a cross mark. This is numerical pain scale where you have faces also, where you have numbers also. Okay, so then again this is how we have already studied. So this is a better colored one where it is much more clear to you. Okay, Next is, this is was for anxiety. Note how anxious on average you felt over the past 24 hours with a mark on the line below. Okay, you have a mark like this, and this mark has to be given not at all anxious and extremely anxious. So for the past 24 hours on an average, how anxious you were, so you will put a tick mark. So this is again visual analog scale for itching. There is no itch and worst imaginable itch. Okay, बहुत ज़्यादा खुजली. So this is worst imaginable itch and this is no itch. Next is verbal rating scale. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 something like this. So these are verbal rating scale. इसमें हम बोलेंगे 0 है मतलब no itch, then 1 is low itch, moderate itch and severe itch. So for itching this can be used. Okay, and same thing, numerical rating scale, you have numbers from 0 to 10, no itch and worst imaginable itch. Then the person is asked to tell whether it is 1, 2, 3, 4 or which number it is. So this is a numerical rating scale, this is a verbal rating scale, and this is a visual analog scale where just there are 2 points and the person is asked to rate. Okay, I think the concept is now clear to you. This is visual analog scale, this is verbal rating scales where you have specific numbers and then it is told. Numerical rating scale, you have numbers from 0 to 10 and the person is asked to rate. Now what are the uses? It measures the level of pain, anxiety and mood. बहुत चीज़ assess कर सकते हैं. This is common one. To measure the alertness, quality of sleep, severity of clinical symptoms, functional ability and attitude. ये सब हम पता कर सकते हैं. ठीक है, to what extent the person is alert, what is the quality of sleep, severity of the clinical symptoms, symptom wise हम assess कर सकते हैं. Functional ability, whether the patient is able to walk about, do his work or is not able to do his work, and whatever attitude the person is having. So all these things can be assessed. Choose the right medicine for treatment. ठीक है, depending on, suppose you assess the pain and depending on that pain you choose the right medicine. So visual analog scale helps to do that. Then determine the effect of drug. Once you have given the drug, you can again use a visual analog scale to find out whether that medicine had the desired effect or not. For example, the patient was having pain, you have given non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs. You have given that. After 1 or 2 hours, then you again use the visual analog scale to find out. The patient will tell that it is beneficial, may rate it in lesser points. Okay, so this visual analog scale helps to choose the right medicine for treatment. Determine the effect of drug, whether that effect of drug is there or not. Then for rating soft variables such as skills, confidence, quality of teamwork, all these things can be assessed by visual analog scale. Okay. Further uses are to assess mood and depression. The visual analog scale in particular can help the experts to detect the first signs of depression, which can improve the treatment. Okay, so depression has a series of symptoms. So when the initial symptoms are started, we can use a visual analog scale, and this helps in the assessment of depressive symptoms, including depression in elderly and cognitively impaired patients. So you use a visual analog scale to assess the mood as well as depression. Next is asthma. Visual analog scale can benefit the assessment of asthma and dyspnea. In the evaluation of asthma, the visual analog scale can include no breathlessness to greatest breathlessness. So these are the two extremes, no breathlessness and greatest breathlessness, and this can be used to find out the rate. So research shows that the scale can be used as an alternative to diary. Instead of asking the adolescent to write a diary, they can use a visual analog scale and just rate it. Okay, so this can be better than a diary. Then appetite and dyspepsia. Visual analog scale are widely used in taste and appetite research, and the scales can assess various aspects such as food intake, appetite, hunger and perceptions of fullness. All these things can be assessed by visual analog scale, and apart from that, this also is helpful in assessment of dyspepsia and also various gastrointestinal problems. Ambulation of or gait. Ambulation is here where it is basically talking about moving about after operation. Okay, so this is suppose in a surgical ward, this visual analog scale can be used to assess the mobilization after surgery. Okay, so what we do is we have a visual analog scale in children reveals a high levels of compliance as the stool is easy and quick to administer. You have a Wong-Baker's face rating scale. We can use this to assess it. Okay. Next is fatigue energy. Measuring fatigue can still be challenging. The visual analog scale becomes a crucial tool which can be implemented in the successful assessment and treatment of chronic fatigue. So we can fatigue, we don't have a measurement of fatigue, so you can use a visual analog scale to assess what type of fatigue the person is having, and you can assess it and treat it. Next is quality of life. The visual analog scale has been extensively employed in the evaluation of one's health related quality of life. So quality of life has different parameters. So you can use a quality of life, use a visual analog scale to measure the quality of life. And because of the simplicity of the scale, it is a vital tool in digital health practices worldwide. So this is not something which is conducted in India, but the visual analog scale is used worldwide, and it is even digital. Okay, so visual analog scales are available digital, and then depending on your desired rating you can do it. Okay, now what are the advantages? It is high sensitivity because you have points from 0 to 100, so the patient can specify which point the person is having. So one of the main advantage is over the pain assessment is high sensitivity. Okay, so a scale represents a 100 millimeter line. The patient's options are not limited to few verbal descriptors or numbers. सिर्फ छोटा एक दो number नहीं है. The patient has numbers from 0 to 100, so he can rate himself as any number between 0 to 100. So that is high sensitivity. Second is applicable across a wide variety of population. बहुत सारे लोगों पे हम आप use कर सकते. Even with low reading and numerical skill, people may be illiterate. But you can with minimal of understanding, the person can easily use it. So people who have low reading and numerical skill, they can use this visual analog scale, and patients have to choose a marker to fits their pain experience and opt for effective pain treatment. So the patient only has to put a cross mark in the visual analog scale, and that will help us to evaluate the intensity of pain and give treatment effectively. Next is easy to administer and analyze. Visual analog scale is very easy and very quick to administer. So such tools benefit the reassessment of pain and comparison of pain experience between patients, which can improve pain treatment and care. So because it is very easy, it can find out the severity of pain in the same patient, and also you can compare the patients. For example, two patients with appendicitis are admitted on the same day. They have similar symptoms, so you give one particular analgesic to patient A and patient B, and then you can use a visual analog scale to assess the severity before the injection, after the injection. You can even have hourly recording. Depending on that, you can have it. So this will help in improving the pain treatment and care. And the researchers told that the tool is reliable, sensitive to change, and it is well accepted. Okay, so this is very useful for it. Next is, what are the disadvantages? Cannot be used to compare results of a group of individuals at the same time. At the same time, you cannot have multiple things. Okay, so next is, this pain cannot be used when there is increase in pain. See, we have a specific time when we use it. Okay, so when there is increase in pain, then you may not be having a visual scale assessment at that time. Okay, so sometimes severity of pain may be missed. Suppose you use a visual analog scale in the morning, second day morning again you are using, the patient may have severe pain at night. So because visual analog scale was not available, so you may miss. So such type of disadvantages are there. So in measuring pain, reliability of the scale is low, as the patient has to record the initial pain severity. So when the patient is, suppose if it is a patient, when I will take the example of appendicitis, the patient had a history of appendicitis maybe 2 years before. Now again the patient is coming with the history of appendicitis. You may ask, पहले के हिसाब से अभी कैसा है आपका. Okay, so in those conditions where that episode was some long back ago, then the patient has to remember those things. Okay, so in that way the reliability of the scale may be low. To conclude, the visual analog scale is amongst the most popular pain assessment which benefit research and medical care, and visual and local scales are valid, they are reliable in digital health which can empower patients and improve health related quality of life. So they are valid and reliable. What is the difference between valid and reliable? Valid means it measures what it is supposed to measure, that is valid. If a visual analog scale is applicable to assess pain, then it measures the pain, so that is valid. What is reliable? That if you use that same 0 to 10 or 0 to 100 visual analog scale to measure pain in different patients, you are getting similar ratings. So this type of response is called as reliable. Okay, valid is if the instrument measures what it is supposed to measure, so that is valid. Reliable is even if you have repeated tests, the results are same, so that is reliable. So in digital health it is used, and this helps to empower patients and improve the health related quality of life. So that was all about visual analog scale from my side. I request all of you to hear the video properly so that you can get good marks in the exam. Thank you so much for a patient listening.